Guys, welcome back to another podcast. Got a special guest. Listen, I met her at her event back in June. When was it?
May.
It was in May? It was that long ago?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So, listen, I'm going to let her tell her story. Talk to the people, baby. Talk to them.
Hey, guys, this is Candace Joseph, your favorite business guru. Look, I'm in the building. We talking business. We talking marketing. I'm the CEO of the Joseph Consulting Firm, production consultant at HCS TV, podcast, radio show host of the Business Knowledge Broker Hour on, Heat Level Radio. So, look, it's time to get in. Let's just talk business.
Man, listen, she said a lot right there. All right. So, look, whenever you did this brand you, what made you want to do that, though? What made you want to start it? Because when I first seen it, I was like, this seems interesting. And you know what's funny? I created a product back in 2012 that's called Brand You Micro Branding. So it's crazy. That was back in 2012, though. So what made you want to start this event?
A lot of times people get, they get marketing, they get branding mixed up. So I wanted to have a class where, we explain about marketing, show people how they can do the marketing.
Yes.
But let them know that you are the brand.
That's good.
Look, you the brand.
Mm-hmm.
You're the brand. So Brand You was just a thing that came up with my media sisters, Denise Edwards and Sierra Sanders. We sat down and we always see each other at all these media events.
Come on.
But it's kind of like, okay, and we all on different outlets. So it's like, how can we get together, form something where people can say, hey, y'all are the experts in this and this and this. So I said, hey, why don't we just call it Brand You? But I was looking at it from the standpoint of being an entrepreneur, you walking out the door of being a brand new person.
Ooh, I love that.
That's why I called it Brand You University, because it's like you are the brand. People think about logos, they think about colors, they think about websites.
Yes.
But you're the brand.
So this is the thing, though, and I like to talk about this all the time. Should you brand yourself first, or should you brand your brand name first? Because this is a good one. You know what I'm saying? Because the funny part is, people would meet me and say, hey, you the WhyNowIsYourTime guy. They don't even know my name. So, which one you think you should do first?
I think it happens simultaneously.
Okay.
I think that, what I didn't realize as being a firm, because I have a firm, and having people that work with me, I didn't realize that, truthfully, I was becoming the face of the brand.
That's good.
So I think that sometimes you can do it simultaneously, but it's all about the overall picture and goal of what you're trying to do.
I got you.
In marketing, and what you're trying to do with your brand. Where is it trying to go? So then, if you're someone who's coming out the door, you just want to be a public speaker, public figure, that kind of thing. So then you brand you first, because you're the first person people are going to meet. But if you're a part of a team, a collective, build the brand itself for the company and the team, and then you spin off.
Okay. All right. That's good, because I think a lot of times because people always ask me questions like, man, should I brand myself or should I have my brand name? I'm like, to me, I'll run both at the same time.
Yeah.
So I'll run my play, which is me, Lloyd, Christten. All right. I'll run that play, and then I'll tie into Why Now Is Your Time.
Yes.
So if you have to pick, which one's more important? A great brand, all right, or great marketing?
Brand.
Okay.
Because the thing about it is, marketing is the way to promote it. That's the way to get it out where other people know about it.
Okay.
The brand is like the energy of it, the soul, the essence, the aura.
I got you.
Of what the company is.
I got you.
So to me, the branding is everything. It's everything.
That's good.
Everything.
Because you have some people that say, well, they marketing good, but they branding trash. Or you got some people that got some great brands, but they marketing trash.
But this is the thing, though. How can your brand be trash if your brand is you? So
That's
it's kind of
true.
like, it's like, okay, if your branding is trash, that means you need to go back to the bricks. That means you need to market your company with no logos, no fancy type, no fancy website. Just look, go on and pull out that typewriter font. We cool with it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Get you some basic typewriter font and just do everything in a plain font, plain black and white until you figure out what it is.
So you said something that's key because I think people missing that aspect though. Yeah. People try to have these fancy like little things. I'm like, no. Find something that's simple. Yeah. All right. Yes. And so this is the thing, and I say font versus colors. Which is more important?
Oh, I think the font. The font. I think the color is fun, but you have to remember, you want a logo where you can put interchangeably any color.
That's true.
Okay,
That's true.
Because on websites it look different, on T-shirts it look different, business cards it look different, graphics for flyers and stuff it look different. Come on. Y'all, please stop with these cartoon logos.
Come on,
I can't do it no more. You know what I mean?
The AI was Is it the AI? Is it the? I mean,
look, the AI is weird. I mean, those fonts are weird within itself. They be creative though, but the AI fonts are weird. And like the cartoon, how people had a cartoon of themselves.
Me all the time. I've been having a cartoon of myself for about 20 years.
Yeah, but you still look the same though. You know what I mean?
I got you.
I think for me, it's the ones where I see the ones with the women have the nail care companies and they have the hairstyles
yeah.
with the ponytails or the blue hair or the pink hair. But it's like, in 5 years, that's not going to be in trend.
That's true.
So why have it in glitter and this color and that color when in 5 years it's going to be out of trend?
Yeah, because even on my book, I put my character.
But that's a part of the brand because why? If you've had it that long, everybody recognizes it on site.
That's true.
So to me, use that. Use it as everything.
So some things this is the thing. And I just talked to a guy the other day. This is funny. Everybody know AI exists.
Yes.
But do they know how to use it properly?
No. That's why I did the class because, a lot of times people don't realize you can use artificial intelligence in any industry you're in, but it's all about what you need from it.
That's good.
Okay, because every component of AI you don't need. And the thing about it is, people make AI so hard. We've been using AI for years.
Forever.
Look, I tell people all the time, it's cool. Just go look at the Jetsons and see what's coming next. But when you talk about business, artificial intelligence, it really helps you think faster.
It do.
It helps you come up with a little bit more ideas. It helps you get some source documents, some research done real quick. That's really what it's for. And when it comes to like the graphics, the visuals, it's just taking something that's cool. But the thing about it is, it still need human hands to go back and look at it. Because, we didn't see it like you just talked about with the logo. You'd be like, no, all 10 of these are trash. Then you go back and you're looking at like the video clips.
Yes.
Okay, because there's softwares out there that'll make the clips for you. But those are trash because sometimes it'll take the wrong part of the clip, turn it into something else, and then come up with a caption that has nothing to do with the context of that quote. So sometimes AI is good, but if you don't know how to use it in a proper way for your industry, it could be bad.
And you know what? And this is the thing too, because I do a lot. Listen, I just did a survey. How many podcasts I did this year? I did over 300. I edited over 300 podcasts this year, and I edited over 1,000 reels. And so, what have I learned? I learned that you can. This is the thing about AI. You can implement AI, but a lot of times people think alike. So, for instance, ChatGPT, people don't understand how to prompt it correctly.
That's correct.
So they will easily go and say, they will try to type something in instead of saying, write me a description of blank. And also with this description, add emojis and blank. Like they don't want to take the time to do that. They just want to say, write me, why now is your time? And then expect it to just spit anything out.
And see, that's the bad part about it because like you said, it's just regurgitating knowledge that's already out there.
Yes.
I tell everybody, take a free prompt engineering class for AI.
Come on.
And this is the thing. I've been in months ago. I started working really with AI about 6 months back.
Okay.
Because it was like, okay, what's the next wave? And if you keep up with tech magazines, financial magazines, and what they're doing in the government, the stuff they passing, then AI is next. Like when they was doing all that stuff, the congressional hearings with Facebook, I knew what was coming down the line then.
Come on.
So you have to keep up. You got to study your craft. You got to do it. You gotta
and I think that's so good because a lot of times I try to like, man, do you know that most Americans think alike? And you trying to do a whole website with your thinking without having somebody help you think. You know what I'm saying? And this is what's so important about the GPS, all right? I tell people, everybody needs a GPS in their life, which is a mentor. The GPS do two things. It tells you how long you're going to get there, and it also gives you directions should you go around or should you stay forward. A mentor does the same thing. They tell you how long it's going to take you to get there. So when I tell people, say, do you have a mentor? They say, no. I say, well, if your mentor don't have a mentor, both of y'all are students.
Thank you. Thank you. And people think it's weird when I tell them I have 5 mentors.
Come on.
Like, I have someone that helps me deal with strategy.
Come on.
Someone who helps me keep up with what's trending.
Come on.
I got somebody that helps me keep up, like, financially. Like, hey,
yes,
this is something you should do in the past. This was done in the past, but it's coming back about. This happened 50 years ago, but look at where we're trending. So I look at it like, if you don't have a coach, then I can't hire you as a coach. You know what I mean?
Ooh,
like, how
good.
can I be a coach and I don't have a coach?
That's good.
And then this is the thing. Mentors, I was talking with someone last night. They was telling me about this great, phenomenal business owner out of L.A. And I was like, well, hey, do they need an assistant? Because part of what's a part of their branding,
come on,
and a part of what they offer as services, I don't offer.
Gotcha.
But I know I need to know about it. So the best way to learn something is to get inside.
Get inside, please.
You got to get inside. So for me, I asked them last night, do they need an assistant? I'm a CEO, but I'll be an assistant for real because the thing about it is you can't lead if you can't follow.
Ooh, say that again. And you know what? The crazy part, I try to tell people, I'm like, man, because people like me, I'm looking at, not only do I look at marketing, but I look at AI. I look at the new functions of like how websites are flowing, how reels are being produced, what is social media looking for. I'm looking at all this stuff, like just trying to keep my hand on that button so I can know.
Yeah. But sometimes too, I warn people about, things becoming information overload too.
Yes.
You need to know the knowledge. You need to have a working knowledge of everything that you have your hands in. You don't have to be expert level.
That's true.
But have a working knowledge of it. So if somebody give you some analytics, you know what those are for. Somebody give you financial reports, you know what they are. Somebody tell you, okay, this is the next thing in marketing or this is the next software. You know something about it, even if you're not the person that's putting it together.
It's crazy.
So I feel like, to me, if you do that, you'll become better in the process along as being a business owner, because you should always learn as you continue to go in business. You should learn something every day. Because I get people that say, oh, no, I know everything. And I'm like, impossible.
Impossible.
It's possible. You don't know everything about your field. I don't know everything about mine. So to me, I'm cool with having a mentor. I'm cool with being somebody's assistant. I'm cool with doing a pull-up. I'm cool with collaborating with other people. And let's see what we can do to create something great for somebody.
The best leaders are great servants. I tell people this all the time. The best leaders are great servants. Because once you learn how to serve, listen, people want to fight. A closed hand can't receive nothing. As long as when your hand is closed, you can't receive nothing. You got to learn how to open up your hand. You got to learn how to give. The more you give, the more you can receive. The problem is people are struggling to give information, to give value. This is the thing. People say, I know how to give value. I say, okay, cool. Let me go to your website, see what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? Then I get to their site. You know what's funny? I'm learning that 70% of websites don't have a video with a person on it, with them on it. So let's explain. That's
correct. My website is the same way.
This and nothing wrong with it,
but mine was tactical.
Okay, yeah, you got the AI.
Because I use the AI.
That's different.
Yes.
That's different. But a guy said, well, I don't need video. I said, cool. You know what this video is like? It's like me walking to your house, knocking on your door. You answer the door and you don't speak to me and you go sit down. And when you go sit down, I'm still in your house and you start watching TV and you didn't say hello to me. So I'm like, why should I be at your house? You know what I'm saying? So I need to leave.
But the video is important because you got to capture people in 15 seconds or less.
Come on.
That's why I put the AI on there. So that way, as soon as you pull up my website, you see the AI, you automatically know, oh, they're on to the next.
The hook.
They're on to the next
the
thing.
Hook.
And hey, I took my whole team pictures off. Why? Because I want you to focus on the AI.
That's good.
Yeah.
And I think, and so many people, I'm like, man, please. Had a guy come here the other day. He's like, yeah, man, my website, this and that. I'm like, let me go see your website. We pull it up on the vibe board. He's like, what do I need help in? I said, I see 10 things. Because I said, when last time you updated this website? Oh, it's been like 3 years. What the? Boy, you so far behind. You need to catch up. You need to get on the train.
Oh.
It's crazy though. You know what I'm saying?
But trends change. And the thing about it is, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you.
Okay.
Websites to me are brochures.
They are.
But a lot of people do a lot of other functions through their websites.
That's true.
But to me, more and more every day as technology evolves, it's just a brochure. But this is the thing. You got to update the brochure.
Man.
Even if you do it once a year or, twice a year, you got to update it because your service is going to change. Your pricing for one is going to change.
For sure.
And look, sometimes, I don't know about other people, but during winter seasons, my hours change.
Come on.
During summer times, my hours change. So, you want to keep people updated, but you want to keep it fresh. You want to because every website should be on trend.
And I think people missing that to me it's a brochure, but mine's a brochure that has a funnel, that has an ATM page that speaks to people. Because people say, well, I don't know what to teach. Teach what you know. It's just that simple. Like, teach what you know. What you mean, teach what you know? Listen, this dude, he sat in his seat about 3 weeks ago. He said, well, I rented out my Airbnb and I lived in an Airbnb. So he had to leave when he rented out. So lesson learned. So I said, what are 7 steps that you have learned about an Airbnb? And so he said, oh, yeah, I need to create a course. Just like that. Teach what you know, bro.
Look, in the course of that, I hope he went and bought him a duplex. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm going to get an Airbnb I got to live in, I'm getting a duplex or a quadplex.
But he was young. He didn't know. He didn't. But his story was amazing. Because when he told his story, and I talked to him for a whole hour, he broke it down. I was like, wow. I'm thinking, he was like, yeah, man, I had to leave. I went and got another Airbnb. And then once I got to the Airbnb, I realized I was losing money. But he did it for a whole year. But it was a lesson that he can go back, create a course to teach others.
That's true.
That's a great lesson.
Quick. And look, anybody online, they can tap into that course anytime. And look, I know some platforms you can put it on, and you can put it on your own platform.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's just one of those things you figure out how to bring the traffic in. But like you said, that course is great. I think a lot of times, like, people don't share that knowledge and they don't pass it on. I think that's the reason why people call me, because I don't mind telling you nothing. If you ask me a question, I'm just going to straight tell you, because I ain't got time for that. Let me just answer your question, go on by my business.
And move on.
Because I think people... pride and ego be doing away too much.
That's good.
And then my thing is this, I'm not scared about me teaching you something and you going out and getting $1. If you go out there and you do it faster than me, I deserve to get got.
Man, you know what? My motto...
I deserve that gangster. I'm just saying.
My motto is everybody got people assigned to them.
Yes.
So God has people assigned to you and your purpose.
Yeah.
And so as long as you go out there and do it, He gonna bring people to you. I tell people there's no competition when I'm looking in the mirror every day at myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not competing against nobody. Even though, and I tell people this all the time, like, you might do a podcast studio over there. Me and my wife, we went to 12 podcast studios around Houston. And within like the first 3 days, we started promoting this event. And what's so crazy is everybody got people. And it's beautiful. What I'm learning, the people that come to our podcast, they all live from Spring to Humble to North Shore. They live like this area.
Yeah. They
want to come because it's not a far drive. You know what I'm saying? And that's the beauty of it.
Look, that's why I just told you this would be my new North Side location. I meant that. Look, I stay on the South Side. Look, you got to have a good plate of food for me to come to the North, baby. You know what I mean? I'm already thinking, what I'm going to eat when I leave here? I'm on the North Side. But you get what I'm saying? Like, people want qualified people that are in their area. And a lot of times, unless you go out and really, really seek it, you're not going to know.
Yes.
Like, if you would have told me is that many podcast studios on this side of town, I wouldn't believe that. Because I know of at least 5.
Mm-hmm.
So you telling me that it's 13, I need to go look a little bit further.
They everywhere. Wow. They everywhere. But the thing is, I tell people all the time, all right, what's more important? Your quality of service or your quality of price? You know why? Because some people saying cheap, when they hear it being cheap, they like, it might not be that good. When they hear expensive, they say, oh yeah, it must be something good. So talk to me about that. You laughing? I see you laughing.
Yeah, I'm laughing, Look, I'm cool with a Walmart backpack. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to say it like that. It's all about what you put into it. You know what I mean? The pricing, the quality, you should always do good quality work, no matter what your price is.
Yes.
I don't care if it's on the low end or the high end. But to me, it's kind of like, it's always that debate. Should I put pricing? Should I not put pricing? Depending on your industry, put your prices out there. Depending on your industry.
Yes.
Some things, I believe in customization. So customization, that's a different price. So,
it is.
But you can always put your baseline out there. But I've always been leery of putting prices on websites. I have. Because I'm service-based.
I love it.
So to me, services can change, they evolve. And the tools that I might need to pull that job off might cost me. So I think it just depends. I got you. And I think also it's a hard one. It's a hard one though, because
I put prices on my websites because number one, I like to be very transparent with everybody.
Yes.
Here's my price, and it might not be for you. So let's just get to that part. So my price to do websites and build your whole ATM is $3,500.
Yeah.
And so I didn't have people once we finished with it, I was like, man, bro, you should charge me more money than this. Don't worry, it's coming. I'm just trying to get a certain amount of testimonials so that I can get to, you know what I'm saying, the price I really want to charge.
See, that's that scale up.
That's a scale up.
And a lot of people don't have the scale up execution game down pat.
You gotta
have it. Like, people feel like, this is the thing. I have to tell business owners, they come to my office all the time. Yeah, you could be rich. You can be. You could be wealthy. But what do you want to be rich in? What do you want to be wealthy in?
That's good.
And I think some people aren't realistic about their timeline. Like for me, I'm service-based. But I know at the same time, depend on the economy.
Come on.
And depend on what services I'm offering at the time and the time of year, you're going to hit that wave. You're going to hit that wave. You're going to hit that wave. And so you got to figure out how you're going to pivot.
Come on.
You got to have a plan for that. Then you have to have a scale-up plan. I gave away every service. Me and my team, we did it in 2020 for free. Every service. Websites, apps, flyers, logos, business plans.
Come on.
We help you set up your financial paperwork, your POS system. We did it for free.
Come on.
But at the same time, like you said, certain number of testimonials. Then you scale up. I tell people, okay, it's going to cost you something.
Of course.
But it ain't going to cost you what other people would charge you for less quality of work. And my thing is this, I get it, because I get more phone calls than I do hits through my website.
Come on. That's crazy.
Word of mouth. I get more word of mouth. Even to this day, more word of mouth than hits to a website.
I love it. Because referrals is where it's at, though. Yeah. I tell people right now, the more we had somebody fly in from North Carolina just to work with us on a digital product. Word of mouth is powerful. You know what I'm saying? So they flew in, paid the $3,500 price.
Yeah.
They had to get their own hotel. They stayed here for 4 days. They came to the studio every day, and we pound out that digital product. Yeah. They first week, once we everything out, I think they made like $11,000.
So that investment was worth it.
It was worth it.
It was worth it. And look at it. Not only did they do the investment, they took out the time needed and necessary to say, hey, I want to be hands-on in my own product so that I'm knowledgeable about what's going on. Yes. I'm there to make the decisions. Somebody's not making them for me, and I just threw some money their way. Look at how they sacrificed and how into their project they were to go from the A to the B to where it's out, and then they profited the money back in their investment in less than a week. I'm sorry, that's gold to me. That's gold to me. Whenever people don't realize it takes sacrifice to do anything, to be an entrepreneur. Look, to be the best at your job. If you got a 9 to 5, man, be the best at that job. Like, don't let anybody outwork you ever.
Man. So there's a word game. We about to play this word game. I'm going to say 2 words, and you tell me, do you need both of them to be successful or not?
Okay.
First one is confidence and cockiness. Do you need both of them to be successful?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Why you need both though?
This is the thing. Like, if you're not confident in your ability and confident in who you are as a person, how can I believe in your brand and your product or
I
your
like
service?
that. I like that.
You know what I mean? And then at the same time, you got to have a little cockiness to move in the spaces in which you move to put yourself in a position to elevate.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to walk through the door with your weird frames on and your loud jackets and your shiny shoes with your wild hair and walk through the room with a little bit of cockiness. Oh, hey. Well, you know, I'm going to give you about 5 minutes now, but I'm moving around over here. Sometimes you have to do that to kind of get that mystique about yourself. You got to have a little mystery about yourself. I think that the confidence and cockiness are both needed to really pull it off. I just believe that.
Humbleness or hunger?
I don't even know why we playing this game. Both. Because if you're not humble in the spirit, everything that you have worked for, everything that you've gained can be taken away from you.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
You have to have a humble spirit, even when things going wrong.
Even when it's going wrong.
Even when it's going wrong, you got to have a humble spirit about you. And let's just be real. When you're hungry, you're going to do some of your best work.
Come on.
You're going to do some of your best work. When you're comfortable and you just complacent, you just like, oh, well, you know, I'm cool. I'm riding my wave. When you get comfortable like that, that's when things get a little rocky.
They do.
So you got to stay hungry. You got to stay uncomfortable. You got to do it, but you got to be humble in the spirit.
I love
everything could disappear.
Man, quick. All right, the next one is motivation or money.
Okay, this is a trick question. I know it's a trick question. Okay, so honestly, for this one, motivation.
Mm-hmm.
See, but wait, look, you gotta say, look, you got the ATM working on over here. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might not got the ATM, but you know, they're gonna start off with a 24-pack of water. They're gonna stand on a corner and flip it for $1 a bottle. You see what I mean? So it's kind of like sometimes if you are motivated, you can figure out how to make the money. You know, I started my business with $500 in a laptop.
I love it.
That other people gave me to have $500.
Let's go.
See what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, I didn't have the money, but I had the motivation.
I love it.
And I wrote out a 1-page business plan and gave it to my best friends. And say, hey, this is a plan. I promise y'all this one won't suck. Because I had some business plans that I gave to some people. And I failed as a business owner in the past a couple of times. But let me tell you something. If you're a business owner and you ain't never worked with a business owner that haven't failed,
come on,
I can't trust you.
Crazy.
I can't trust you. So to me, I failed in the past, but I was like, no, guys, I promise this one gonna make it. And I
kept pressing through no matter what.
I gave them that. They wrote me out some checks.
Come on.
Look, I went to the bathroom. I'm in the bathroom nervous. Like, man, I gave them this proposition. I was like, okay, I'm gonna give y'all this and I'm gonna walk away. You know? And they gave me that, and I had my $5 Walmart backpack.
Come on.
With a borrowed laptop because I broke mine.
Come on.
And I made it work. I was motivated, so I flipped that, $500 they gave me within 2 weeks.
I love it. All right, here's the next one. Yeah. Collaboration or consistency?
Both. Both. Because if you're not consistent, I don't want to collaborate.
Okay. That's how I love that. Yeah.
Like, if you're not consistent in doing a good job, doing a good work, why would anybody want to collaborate with you? Because if people see you constantly grinding, being motivated, being humble in the spirit, consistently on your grind, they'll want to collaborate. But I can't collaborate if your work not consistent.
You can press that button. Yeah, so a lot of times, man, I ask people when it comes to like being an entrepreneur and stuff like that, like the difference between an entrepreneur and an employee. All right, so.
And you could be an entrepreneur that's an employee.
That's good. But this is the thing I try to compare. People say, okay, as an entrepreneur and an employee, this is my mindset. An employee, they bring you a plate of food. They got your food on. They say, okay, eat that. That's all I'm giving you today.
Yeah.
Okay? So just make sure. I'll bring you some tomorrow. But just eat this. An entrepreneur, when you wake up, whatever you kill is what you eat. It's a different kind of mindset. You know what I'm saying? And the food is unlimited. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different, but nobody's bringing you that plate of food.
Man, I think Andre 3000, the one that said it best, right?
Come on.
And Outkast, he got this song with Outkast where he said that, I live beat to beat, like you live check to check. You see what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, when you're an employee, you trade it off. You trade it off your time for a certain amount of money.
You can press that thing where it can spin.
Like, you trade off your time.
Yeah.
You traded your time. But when you're an entrepreneur, your day is up to you.
Man, come on.
Your day is up to you. So whatever you decide, however way you work your 24 is on you.
Woo!
So,
come on.
I mean, I'm just saying. Like,
it's true, though. It's true.
That's what I believe in. It's kind of like every day I wake up and I try to figure out, what can I do to make me better as a person? Who can I serve today? And how can I be great?
Come on.
That's it. Like, every day, it doesn't matter where I'm going. It don't matter if I'm going to an event. It don't matter if I'm going to a school.
I love it.
It don't matter if I'm going to the grocery store. Like, I'm trying to figure out how to make this bomb dinner. I got to figure out, what ingredients, what I'm saying? I got to sprinkle, a little bit of something on there. I need some saffron today. But, you have to be all right with putting your best foot out there, even when the day don't go right.
You just said something that's good. I think this is a good analogy. This generation, they like to go buy the food, put it in the microwave, eat it, and they done. All right? My generation, I'm 43. My generation, they cooked recipes, stuff like that. Now, this is the difference. When you stick something in the microwave, you can eat it, but it's not as good as the food that's cooked. Now, with your business and your brand, you need to be creating a recipe. Yes. You need to be trying to cook it up. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Because if you create the recipes to success, it's easier for you to pass it on somebody to duplicate it. Because duplication and automation is the key to your, I'm just saying, let's go talk about it.
Man, listen, this is the thing. There's no original idea out here.
Come on.
Okay, it's all about how you present it, how you execute.
Ooh.
The execution is the key. I tell people all the time, like, I have failed as a business owner. I'm not going to sit here in front and say, like, every year I'm banking like that. Nah, let me tell you something. I went out there and got me a little piece of job, too. You know what I mean? So it's all about how you decide to come back.
Come on.
You got to execute. So I don't care if you only spend... If you spend 8 hours as somebody's employee, you got to spend at least 2 or 3 hours as your own boss to figure out your execution plan.
Come on.
Even if you do something for 10 minutes a day that can improve your odds, I call it the Hunger Game odds. You got to improve your Hunger Game odds to be able to execute to the next level. I don't care if you want to move from, the employee side to the CEO side, or if you want to be if you're an employee, but you want to know how to get through the ranks.
Come on.
Even if you do 10 to 20 minutes of studying your craft.
It's crazy.
Man, it's nothing you could do. You can accomplish whatever you want.
Man, that's so good. So,
how many skills I learned by 20 and 30 minutes a day? I learned how to code that way.
That's good.
I learned how to code that way. I learned how to build websites that way.
That's good.
I learned how to, work that great package, that Adobe 20 minutes a day.
So I got 5 acronyms I'm about to share with you, but I want to know what you think about the acronyms.
Okay.
First acronym is POUR. Acronym, passing over opportunity repeatedly. What's your thoughts?
Too many people do it. Too many people do it, just like at networking events. Don't give me a business card if you're going to be upset that I done emailed you or called you or texted you the next day or went to your Facebook page and say, my God, I love the fact that your dog name is Fluffy. Listen, can we meet for a dog date at the dog park? I'm going to borrow somebody's dog to show up, though. But you know what I'm saying? Like people pass over opportunities all the time. When people say, call me, text me, I'm one of those people that's real about that.
I'm the same.
If I say, call me or text me, let me know how I can kick in for you, I mean it.
Man.
And people pass it up all the time. When I gave away, me and my team, we gave away everything. We all on the radio promoting it. We on website promoting it. We on, everybody on the team posting on their social medias.
I love
2020, we giving it away. Slow boogie all the way to the bank. People was like, y'all can't be giving it away for free. Y'all can't be giving away, it's COVID. Y'all can't be giving it away for free.
Come on.
So I looked at how many people. Now, I'm just going to compare this to Houston, right? Because we're in Houston, Texas. Houston, now, COVID started, March? I think we kicked off the fee promotion in May of 2020.
Okay.
It took it all the way through. People from Houston, I didn't get not one phone call from Houston till October of 2020, the end of October at that. But we've been running this promotion for months.
Killing it.
And other cities, people in other cities, other countries got on.
Crazy.
And so we on the air in Houston, Texas, airing it, and people calling up to the radio station, well, y'all really giving it away for free? Yes. What do you mean? Like, why
free
not?
$3.99.
But I look at that. We pass up the opportunities for free classes.
All the time.
We pass up the free opportunity to hear people on podcasts. YouTube is free. Type in your favorite, who you follow, and what,
Come on.
Look at the secrets of Nike. Look at look at these brands. The business guru is not endorsing Nike, but if you want to write a sister a check, I ain't mad.
Go ahead.
So you know what I mean? So
the next one is hope. Hope. Help other people excel.
Every day. Every day. No, for real, because
that's facts.
If you don't serve your community in some capacity, you will fail as a business.
That's good.
And I don't care if that's a fellow entrepreneur. I don't care if it's giving back in some kind of way, writing a check, spending time. I don't care if it's your 5 minutes of motivation on Facebook. Help everybody every day, regardless of their situation and regardless of yours too.
I love that. Money. Acronym. Momentarily owned, not externally yours.
Easy come, easy go. You know what I mean? But no, I like that.
Because some people, the reason why I like the acronym money, because money is just a tool to do two things. All right, to me, and I tell people, we don't live to pay bills; we live to live. All right.
Yeah.
So money create memories.
Yes, it does.
You know what I'm saying? And
yes,
people be like, "Oh, I say, money like oxygen. The minute it stops, you dead." So you got to find a way to create it. And I pick out back what you said earlier was doing different seasons.
Yeah,
it's peaking.
Yeah,
this is why it's important to have multiple streams of income.
Yes. So
on my website, I have 16 offers, and I have 3 memberships. So money coming from different ways.
Yes.
All right. So that's why I'm straight direct on this is what I do. This is why I do it. If you want me to help you, this is my prices. Click, 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 click. Money come from different ways.
Yeah.
Money coming in is coming in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? One of my things I always tell myself is money flows to me like a river because I believe it and I see it every single day. You know what I'm saying? Because
look, that need to be on a shirt. Okay, can we get some merch with that, like a cup? I need that on my desk every day.
It just flows because it's all about mindset. The next one is denial. Acronym. Don't even notice I am lying.
Oh,
people in denial every day.
It'd be a whole bunch of them in the streets. And I just sit back and I just be like, my thing is this. I feel like a lot of times we say we know more than what we do, thinking that it's going to impress somebody.
That's true.
But at the end of the day, when you got to produce, then what?
If you say you can do that thing, and when somebody pay you to do that thing, you better be able to produce that thing.
See, because I like what you said earlier. Hey, they came to my office every day. We worked on this. So they saw the production. So they understand, like, okay, his prices are real competitive. They real reasonable to me. But look at what he's putting out. And I'm sitting here watching. People are in denial every day. And the thing about it is, truthfully, it's okay. For some people, it helps them become a little bit better business person. It helps them a little bit with their confidence and their cockiness. And it helps them produce a little bit more money.
Come on.
But then at the same time, you got to be able to look yourself in the mirror one day and say, hey, what am I doing?
It's crazy.
What am I doing? Who am I? Who am I? Like, that's the hardest question.
So what do you think some things... Oh, all right. So before we say that, we got a time capsule about this big. It's about this big. You only could put 3 things on there. You're on your way out. You're on your way out. I mean, you about to die. You only could put 3 things in this time capsule. We're going to put it in the ground and dig it up 1,000 years later. What are those 3 things you're going to put in there so people can remember you by?
My first book, whenever I decide to publish.
Okay. Come on.
Okay. I know it's going to sound real off the wallish, right?
I didn't hear it so much, so go ahead.
Thriller. It's the music.
Okay.
Like, you know, like the CD
Mm.
or whatever, MP3 or whatever it is.
Come
Something
on.
jump drive
Mm.
with the Thriller album on it.
Mm.
Right?
And the last thing. 4-page letter. How you used to think. People need to know how you used to think.
I probably would do a video, like
okay.
just, you know, like just a video and just give some advice, some words of wisdom, and probably tell my story in 6 minutes or less.
Oh, I love that. If you can go back and talk to your 13-year-old self, what do you tell that person so that today your life look different?
As soon as you finish college, start your business.
Come on.
Don't even work a job. Automatically start the business. Because what I'm doing now, and I really didn't kick in till I was 39.
Come on.
Right? Like I always did it kind of part-time. I was brought up, you have a job and you have, you do your entrepreneur efforts on the side.
That's all they knew. That's all they knew.
That's how my parents taught me. So, but at 20 years old, people were saying, you should open up a company. And I kept saying, nah, I like to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I might live in a trap house, but I got expensive taste. You know, I like to travel. I like to take flights. Don't worry about the fact that I live in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about, I don't even know if this is a real apartment. It might be a legal apartment, but I live here. I would go back to that person and say, when you become 20 years old, start your vision. Don't just write a bucket list. Check it off.
So this is part of the episode where I do the move. I throw you the alley hoop. Ooh. And I say, is there anything you want to ask me?
Okay, so I'm all about the story, the motivation behind it. Can you remember the first dollar you ever made?
I was 19 years old. This was back in 1999 for all y'all young ones out there. You probably weren't even born yet. You know what I'm saying? Man, I made my first flyer because I started a business at 19 called Creative Ambition. And I made my first flyer and somebody paid me $30 for it. And back then I was using Photoshop. And but now I use Canva. I use this other program that's mixed with it's better than Photoshop and you don't gotta pay it every month. You know what I'm saying? I got some different plugins I use to help me to design because my degree is graphic design and 3D animation.
Okay.
So that's where my degree comes from. But I've been editing videos for 25 years since I was 18. I've been editing videos. I'm 43. Ooh. So I love videos. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So next question for
Come
me.
Come on.
What's next for you?
Me and my wife working on this business funding. By next summer, we should be building our 10,000 square foot building. 5 podcast rooms, 5 photographer rooms, state-of-the-art kitchen, also an area where we can have our own seminars, and I plan on having nothing but pictures of Black inventors in the building, so you can see Black excellence from creating the peanut butter to the struggle of the Martin Luther King, all that. So it's mindset, man. I want to create. It's gonna be called OM2H, the creative studio, but it's gonna be called a Black House. So we're trying to change the game up.
I like that.
Because I want to build a podcast network. I want to build a podcast network. So that's our next move. Because we know so many podcasters and people who come here, you know what I'm saying, right here. And then people, I'm learning too, like the next generation. Like we have a lot of young people come here too. Like 21, 22, 23, rent the studio. We change the room around to whatever they want. Yeah. They bring their own stuff and we change it around. But man, people looking, man. People looking for guidance. I just told a guy yesterday at 21, I'm like, if I had you when I was 21, I wouldn't have to go work for the railroad. You see what I'm saying? Like if I had me when I was his age, I wouldn't have to go work for the railroad for 10 years.
Man, I think for me, it took years for me to let go of fear.
Well,
it took years. It was never about the skill set. It was never about if I'm skilled enough, if I'm good enough, do I have the confidence in myself? It was never about that. I know I was confident in my skill set. I think the fear for me was really about the fear of succeeding. Never the fear of failing. I always was scared to succeed.
Well, my thing was when
it took me forever to get over that.
I met my wife 9 years ago, and she pushed my button. 2 years in the relationship, she pushed my button. She said, "You do a lot of talking, but you ain't doing nothing about it."
Ooh.
But I'm glad she did it though, because she pushed my button to say, "Go do something." I'm at the railroad. I'm only working 14 days a month, so I'm comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I'm comfortable making great money. I'm chilling at work. I'm the supervisor. And she was like, "You do a lot of talking, but I don't see shit."
Ooh.
And so that made me say, "Okay, I'm about to go get it." And so for the last 4 years, I've been job free. You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
And this book was sitting on the shelf for about 10 years before I even released it. And now God put in me 3 more books. Now it's coming now.
See, I like to hear stuff like that.
He putting 3 more in me.
Look, he just don't know. He got me pumped up on a Friday. It's going to go down. Because it is one thing to really, like, live in your gift.
Yes.
And to make money with your gift and all of that. But I love to see how and to hear about how other people flourished. You know what I mean? When I tell people, once I got out the gate,
come on,
it wasn't no holding back after that.
Come on.
It was like, okay, I could do this. Like, am I really doing this?
Come on.
Wait, y'all want to give me a radio show? Why? I can't talk about stock tips forever. Okay.
Come on.
All right. But it was one of those things where I had to look at it. I'm never going to scale if I stayed right here. People's like, how long you been in media? 3 years. People's like, wait, you made that big of a wave and a name for yourself in media as a brand in 3 years?
Come on.
I said, I was a brand, didn't know I was a brand. But I had to let go of the fear.
Yes.
Because it was choking me.
What's the acronym for fear? You know it?
Come on.
False evidence appearing real or fail early and responsibly. That means learn from your mistakes in the beginning. That's why I said, where I'm at right now, I'm never gonna punch a clock again, because we on track with the multiple businesses and the multiple things that we're doing to make $100K a month without a job. And I ain't said a year. I said a month. You know what I'm saying? And it's mindset. It's me actually, for me to actually touch this book, I cried because 2 things. My mom passed away. That picture over here is my mom. The book is dedicated to my mom. She passed away in 2010. She never got a chance to see the book.
Yeah.
But it gives me more. She died from cancer at 50. That's another thing. I'm like, man, I need to go towards my dreams and my goals. You got to put blinders on. You can't even hear what people saying. You got to be locked in. Because a lot of times people don't see what you see. And when they don't see what you see, what happens is people build a vision board, but they don't build a vision environment. So I tell people all the time, have your vision board right here, but have another board with you in the middle and have 5 people around you that you want to be connected to, because those 5 people are going to help you complete the vision board. Ooh. Talk to me. Ooh. Talk to me.
Ooh. Ooh. Look, like they used to say back in the day, my top 5. I got 5 on it. No, that's serious, because
that's serious, man.
A lot of times people don't realize, and it's the thing, the people that's around your circle, they don't have to be money people. They ain't got to be college educated people. They don't have to be other entrepreneurs.
Come on.
People think like, oh, okay, if you're an entrepreneur, you only hang out with entrepreneurs, your friends are entrepreneurs. No, look, I got one friend, all we do is gossip about other people's lives for about a good 10 minutes. And I say, okay, girl, well, I can't gossip too long. And she's like, oh, I know. But it's just one of those things where she gave me that mental break I needed. So I'm not sitting here thinking about what I haven't.
Every day, the same.
The grind. And then I got one friend, we bounce business ideas all day. And then I got one person, it doesn't matter what I'm going through. They always know when my mood is shifting. And they call me on the phone. And girl, I was just sitting here thinking, have you had your coffee today? Well, make your coffee. I'll make mine and we're going to talk. You need different people like that. It's not always the money players. It's not always the person with the connections. It's not always about that. Sometimes
and God just told me that. He was like, Lloyd, he said, you got a studio. Go get you some interns.
Yes.
He just revealed it to me and my wife. So we started going to Lone Star College. So we got some interns coming. He said, go get some interns. You know all this information. You can train them and eventually hire some of them.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he was like, go get some, it's going to make your life easier. It's going to be, so I think those are the plays that you so like, and my wife always say, and I'm big on being hands off everything. And I create my own products because I realize when that person say, "Hey man, how you do podcasting?" And if you had an ebook, I'll buy it. Oh, so hold on 1 second. One more time.
He already said he got 16 in there.
So that
16
says, boom, I sell
there.
an ebook for $47. Then they say, "Hey man, I would love to know more about podcasting." So I took 3 months and created a podcast course. 5 hours and 48 minutes, 67 downloads.
That's not bad.
All right.
Not bad.
$297. People buying it too.
Yeah.
Now watch this.
Yeah.
Then I have those people that say,
Yeah.
"Hey, hold on, bro. Hold on. I want to come to your studio and work with you. I got a podcast mentees, $2,500 a year."
And
they told me what they wanted.
And the thing about it is, even for a $2,500 investment, that's not bad because you're getting hands-on. And you're learning how to produce those different streams within one industry. You know, I tell people that, like, whatever industry you're in, you got to figure out multiple ways to make money in it. So people laugh when they say, okay, so you're a marketer, you're a podcaster, you're a political strategist, you're a wedding officiant, you're a club promoter, you host parties and gatherings for people, you own a mic, and you coach people too. Yes.
I tell people, write this down. If you watch this video, write this down.
Yeah.
If you got one stream of income, you're too close to zero. I dropped the mic on that.
Man, let me tell you. You did drop the mic, but that's why I asked you about that first dollar.
Yes.
Because I know what it was like to make my first dollar outside of that. You know how long I kept that money in the envelope? I ain't even spend it. Trust me, I was trying to go to the club, I can go pull up the K-Rolls.
Come on.
You know what I mean? But it's one of those things where it was like I kept that money in the envelope for so long. Because honestly, when I first did it, I was not confident. I was not cocky. I was not that at 19, 20 years old. So I was thinking somebody going to come back a week later and ask for their money back. I kept that money in an envelope forever.
That's crazy.
Didn't even spend it, didn't put it in the bank. But the minute I put it in the bank, under that LLC, it was like, okay, I can do this. I can do this again.
And it takes that little bit of confidence, though. It takes that little bit of movement. That's why I tell people, like, right now, I'm working on a children's book. It's called The Little Adventures of Ink. It's about an 11-year-old black kid. He goes around, and it's me. He goes around, he motivates people. You're like, man, look, you can be whatever you want to be. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm working on my Teenage Guide to Success, which is 77 principles on how to build your brand as a teenager.
Well, they need it.
You know what I'm saying?
That'd be lovely.
And then the last one is, and it's down, they ain't gonna like the title if you up in church, but that's cool. You know what I'm saying? How to get to the fucking bag. How I made $1 million in 1 year with my own products without a job.
That's it.
People need to know. And I said, it's a group of people I learned. I used to be like, oh, don't be like this. Man, I feel the more you be yourself, people love you.
Yeah.
Listen, that's why you got some people that love Gary Vee. He he do whatever he want.
Yes, he does.
They love him. You got some people love Tony Robbins.
Yep.
So you gotta be yourself. And I think this people try to push their own beliefs on people, their own agenda. Like, you can't do this.
Trust me, I understand that. I work with a team of people that done that to me, but in the beginning, I felt like I was doing what was best for my team.
Oh, wow.
You see what I'm saying?
That's good.
And I can tell you that. That goes from, like, people can look at old pictures of me, even the picture that you have on a flyer. That was a look that my team created as the persona of the spokesperson of our brand. That wasn't me. Like, I like kooky glasses. I like wild. I'm flashy. I'm that. So it was one of those things where there's nothing wrong with being a part of the team and looking at the team vision as a whole. But you got to know how to transition away, because if you don't, you become that persona. You see what I'm saying? Like, you become that persona. Like, I'm glad I could put on weird glasses, weird hats, weird jackets, all of that, but still give you that auntie vibes with that nice pantsuit, with the Hillary Clinton vibes, with the pearls. I can do that because that's,
I love that.
I can do that. But you still get the same personality, same energy, same knowledge, and nothing has changed, just the wardrobe. But I tell people all the time, be your authentic self. Because you just understand. It's hard breaking out of that mold once people used to see you in the pearls, used to see you this way, and then you like, well, look, that was really just kind of like a marketing gimmick that really took off and worked. It took off. Like, no lie, it took off. Even to this day, I could give people all the pictures.
That's crazy.
Updated photos. They like the classics. You know? So I look at it like this. Show up as yourself in every room. Let your brain lead you.
Whew, you know what? Because somebody told me, this was a while back. I make a lot of videos. People's like, I like the motivated side of you that's just be raw and authentic. I don't like the, hello guys, today we're going to talk about 3 levels of being successful. They don't like that. They like that. Say, what's up, man? Let's get it. Stop playing. They like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's like, when you're, and then last acronym, I'm going to tell you, DNA. And once I learned the acronym of DNA, it was over. The D stands for your design. The N is to notice. And the A is your assignment. And so when you know your assignment, I'm not competing against nobody.
And this is the thing. I tell people, don't rush it.
Yes.
Don't rush the assignment. You don't have to know where you're going. You just got to start and take one step.
Crazy.
You don't have, look, I'm an accountant, okay, by trade, education, and employment. Okay? Who knew that at 44, I'd be a marketing guru? Who knew that? Come on. I'd be a podcaster. Who knew that? Come on. Who knew that I would create training materials for people? Who knew that?
Come on.
You know, like who knew those things? You know, I just knew that I like spreadsheets.
I love it.
You know, I'm for the age myself. You know, I'm talking about the Lotus 1, 2, 3 days. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna age myself with that. You know what I'm saying? With the DOS program, with the black screen, with the green. I'm for the age myself. You see what I'm saying? Like, I just knew that I like spreadsheets. That's all I knew as a kid. I love how I look. I love the accounting paperwork. I love the 6-column rules. I love that.
I love it.
Who knew at 44 I'd be, you know, have a award-winning team. Had won awards of my own for the work I've done in the community. Come on. Who would have known that? Like, and
that consistency piece is so good.
But I took the first step. Somebody said, my daddy called me on the phone. He said, hey, I got a friend. They need a website. I said, oh, okay, well, when they need it? Oh, they need it in, about a couple of weeks. You think you could do that? I said, give me 2 days. I'll carry right back. I had to go find some people that knew how to do websites and say, hey, can I sit next to you? Come on. And figure out what you do.
That part.
So I can make money.
That sitting next to you part. And that's the problem. People, this is what I say, I'm always learning. I'm reading. Right now I'm reading Building Your Membership to $1 Million a Year. So I'm reading on just me building my membership platform to make $1 million a year. So I'm about to launch my membership, $77 a month. And so I already know I got the juice. So it's just a matter of getting 1,000 people to pay $77 a month. Might not start off with 1,000, might start off with 80, might start off with 100. Yeah. I'm good with that. But the more I keep pouring into the community, the better it's going to get. Last thing, what are some quotes that you live by that you want to leave the people?
Oh, see, you didn't tell me this part. I would have had something screenshot.
Just tell us something. All right, what you got? What you got? Come on.
Okay.
Pull it up. So look, this is some quotes I live by while she's doing that. One of the quotes I live by, which is my personal quote, which is life without purpose has no meaning. That means you got to go and live the life that you truly want. Another quote I live by is, don't just live for today, live forever. So that means that you take your moments and you turn them into a monument. So you take that moment and say, it's so great that people want to put a statue of me up. So here we go.
Okay.
She ready.
All right, so this is my quote, right?
Okay.
Now, this is something that people going to think is crazy. But I had this printed out when I worked for the government in my cubicle.
I love it.
Okay, it's James Baldwin. Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced.
Whew. Listen,
let me tell you something. That quote took me a lot of days when you sitting there. I traded off my time for a certain amount of dollars, right?
Yes.
When I had to sit there and really look at that and said, okay, every day I wake up, I'm facing myself. When I come to this job, I'm facing myself. I ain't facing anybody else. I'm facing me.
That's true.
So even as an entrepreneur, I'm looking at it like, man, Candace, you looking at what's the next wave?
Yes.
But right now, I got to face the reality in front of me and look at what's coming in the future. So I got to face everything in front of me. you can't leave anything unchecked. You can't. Like, you'll regret everything. Like, I used to go to New York, just have dinner and come back. Who goes to San Francisco to eat at Bubblegum Shrimp Company and fly back? But, you know, I ain't promoting it. But if you send me a gift card, I'm cool with it, right?
I'm cool with it.
But who? I just took the first step and just did.
You just said something that's key, because this is what's on my wall these days. Die empty, Lloyd.
That's good. I like
Die
that.
empty. That means that,
I like that.
all information, all products, every video ideal, everything you have inside of you, die empty. Books, leave everything behind. Lloyd Christian Foundation, listen, die empty.
What's give me some ideas.
You know what I'm saying? You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
I've never thought about that. I've always thought about me sharing out the knowledge to really just help other people. But I never thought about it like capsulated. But
what's inside you ain't for you. I'm gonna repeat.
Else.
What's inside you ain't
correct.
for you. God has allowed me to be a vessel to speak to people. And so every day I wake, I'm like, what videos can I create? And the thing, I'm die empty, Lord. Every book ideal, I told my wife, I die tomorrow, look up this notebook, release this later. Die empty. My mom died at 50. I don't know when I'm gonna leave here. Die empty. It's a mindset.
It's a mindset.
You know what I'm saying? So last thing, man, is look into this camera and all the struggling entrepreneurs, people that's like, man, she talking good, but she don't understand what I'm going through. Like, what do you want to, you need to speak to these people. You got 1 minute, minute and a half, 2 minutes. Speak to these people and tell them why they should not give up as an entrepreneur.
You know, don't give up as an entrepreneur for this simple fact. You never know what greatness you create if you leave it all behind. If you decide not to further your goals, further your mission, you never know what greatness you can leave. Now, he just talked about dying, leaving everything out here, leaving it empty. Empty the clip. I think that's my words. Empty the clip. Put it out there. Try. If you don't try, how do you know? And my thing is this, it's your shit. Can't nobody tell you that your shit is wrong. It's your shit. Do it how you want to do it, good or fail. I don't care if you make $1 or $5 million. Do it your way and have fun. Just do it.
Man, I love it. Listen, guys, I hope we dropped you guys enough gems, enough information. As I always say, keep watching me like you watch TV, because your mindset will change and your income will change for sure. We see you guys in the next video. Peace.